What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here. I just want to do a quick correction video on my last video for the OPTI video. I know a subscriber brought up to me that I said that this was for the UV LED lighting in the cell phones, which is actually incorrect. This is actually for the infrared temperature scanners in the cell phones, which in my opinion is actually better news, just due to the fact that we know they beat Apple to the punch on the other patent, and I'm assuming that they applied for both patents at about this approximately the same time, just knowing that the temperature scanners that they have came out a couple months later than the iWand and iRover. So I'm assuming that they will be probably getting that patent on the UV LED lighting soon, which, like I said, with the infrared scanners, this just covers all the bases for cell phones and tablets for this election infection, and makes them a huge target for a buyout or a takeover, or it could be a hostile takeover. Who knows? These companies just come in and buy up all the shares. We don't know. I mean, if I was the CEO, I'd probably be selling this technology, because it's probably worth more than the company's worth at this point. Go back to selling fuel optimizers and just sell the iWand and the iRover, but like I said, that's here nor there. It's not my decision, but I still think this is terrific news. In fact, I think it's better news. And like I said, we do know this is good news just due to the fact that last week a subscriber brought up to me that they put out an SEC filing that some capital company out of Minnesota bought millions of shares. So that's huge news, that somebody had the confidence to scoop up that many shares, and it was just prior to this, to this patent being put out. And then also, if you look at it, this PR was released a little bit after noon, and this stock started running about 10:30 a.m. So somebody knew something before this PR was dropped. So somebody was buying this thing up in anticipation to this PR, and I mean, who knows? There was a little bit of selling pressure on the close, but that's typical with OPTI. It seems like when they run right on the close, they get kind of some selling pressure pushed into them. It's almost just like a pattern with these guys. But again, with the PR being released late, not many traders and investors saw this news, so they are going to be seeing this over the weekend. I'm sure more than Benzinga and Seeking Alpha, and a lot of these are going to be putting out some press releases over this. And we all know the penny stock market is slow, slow to react, slow to get the news out. So over the weekend, there's probably going to be some more reporters putting out news on this. So there's going to be a lot more traders and a lot more investors seeing this news and probably jumping on this stock. I anticipate this thing gapping up on the open and running all day Monday. And if I know OPTI like I do, I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out with some more PR probably on Tuesday. And I meant to say Tuesday, not Monday. I know where the market's closed on Monday. We got a 3-day weekend for this news to circulate, and I think it's going to push the stock up. I think it's going to push it up significantly. I could see this thing going to 7-8 cents. I know we've had some tough resistance at a little, that 9.8, just below 10 cents. We've had some just stubborn resistance there. I'm not saying we're going to get there on Tuesday, but who the heck knows? With this stock, it's proven it can run. So just a couple other stocks I want to talk about. And again, I'm going to get into this further on my OTC Saturday video tomorrow. And I'm going to be talking about these two companies as well. ALYI, they had some decent news today, and they actually jumped up. They jumped up just below 3 cents on the open, and then crashed back down just a shade below 2 cents. I ended up buying these guys at 2 cents and selling out at 2.4. So it was a decent, little less than half a penny profit on this. In fact, I anticipate these guys, they have a conference on September 11th, so we'll see how this stock trades. Kind of funny, but now that it's been up to the about the 5.8 cent range, I think this thing has a chance to go back there. I think what's happening is you've seen Tesla get beat up this week. You see a lot of these companies getting beat up. It's a bad week for the stock market, bad week for all stocks, including penny stocks. But one thing you got to remember, when the stock market starts getting bad, a lot of people jump out of there and start jumping into the penny stock land, start jumping into OTC land. So that could help us out sometime next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I think everything was held down just because Tesla and these other companies are just being held down. The market overall being held down a little bit. So we'll see how this plays out. And also one other thing. Let me know if this print was proper because I saw in the open, and if it is, man, I just hate missing it. GAXY open flat, and then seems like right on the first couple minutes of the day crashed all the way down to a penny, down to 1 cent as the low today, and it looks like it was a good print. And I completely missed it. And then this thing right afterwards shot up from a penny and then grinded all the way up to above the highs and got up to around 3 cents to close at around 3 cents today. So I had this cat crying around me. What's your problem? These animals. And GXY then again closed close to about 3 cents. So I mean, even if you got in at a cent, cent and a half, 2 cents, could have made a fortune on that thing today. But I completely missed it when the first time I looked at I was looking at ALYI and some other stocks, but yeah, I'm going to get more into that into GAXY. I'm going to be getting into ALYI, OPTI tomorrow on the OTC Saturday, and I'm probably getting into about 5 or 6 other stocks that I'm going to be looking at closely over the next couple weeks, especially next week with these markets being beat up. But that's all I got right now. Again, I want to apologize, but with the correction that I put out, it is the UV or the UV. It is the infrared temperature scanner that they got the patent for, not the UV LED lighting, which again, in my opinion, is probably better news, just due to the fact that now they're covering all angles, and with their technology and their patents, they're going to have UV LED lighting and temperature scanners in cell phones and also tablets, which, like I said, is going to make them a huge buyout candidate for one of these larger companies that wants to get their hands on this technology. We know Apple wants this technology because they did put in a patent for it. OPTI just beat him to the punch, which surprises me because you got a huge company like Apple, and then you got a little crappy company like OPTI, and they're beating him to the punch. And also with OPTI, you still have a couple of other things you got to look at. The fact that with Kevin Harrington, they're going to be getting into infomercials soon. They're also going to be getting into, I would imagine with Ojeda, they'll probably be getting looked at to get on Amazon to sell their products to iWant and iRover, and also Harrington's ties with Walmart. We may be getting an online Walmart deal. Now, again, this is my speculation, but this is something that looking at how other stocks with Kevin Harrington in has been in and Ojeda, you see how these things tend to react, and a lot of times patterns tend to form. So, but again, that's all I got. You guys have a good day, and let's get that money. We'll see you tomorrow.